Hey there, welcome back to another episode of BerlinCraft. Today we're over here at the dock sort of portion of the unnamed Mushroom Island, and we're going to be doing a new building, which is marked out right here. It is 25 long and 13 tall in the tallest place, and 12 long, so it fits up quite snugly with a lot of the dock, but I think that might look pretty decent. You know, you can still get behind it and go for a walk on the docks. And also, quick talk for a second. So, episode 50 is coming up very, very quickly. We are 5 episodes away from this episode. So once this episode released, and this is episode 45, we're 5 episodes away from episode 50. And since I'm very unoriginal and don't know what to do for episode 50, I will be doing a world tour. And while I am doing the world tour, I want to do another Q&A. So if you have questions for me, go ahead and leave them down below. I'm gonna say like max maybe 3 or 4 questions, just however many questions you want to ask, and I'll answer however many I want to answer. Try not to like go really personal and be like, hey, what's your social security number and exact address and pet name? Okay, well, I'll tell you the pet name, but don't ask for that other stuff. Anyway, to start off with the build, we have a list of supplies. We have acacia wood, we have stone slabs, we have cobblestone, whole lot of cobblestone slabs, and I believe we had some cobblestone stairs in here, but they seem to have mysteriously vanished. I probably accidentally put them away somewhere, sometime, but are they in here? They are not. Okay, well, we'll just grab this crafting bench, move it over here, and we can get started. So this building is sort of big, it is sort of weird, and it is definitely big, it is definitely weird, and I'm not sure how I would like to feel about it. It's very big, it's very weird, and I don't know if it really fits with the whole, like, fishing dock place. Maybe it's like a cool, not cool, like a new building around or something like that. Like, it sort of doesn't feel like an old worn down fish building, you know, it doesn't have that really weird feeling to it, like it's a big fish building. So let's see, how many ones do we need? So this is a 2. Oh, axe. This is a 2. This is a 2. Next to that 2 is a 1. Next to that one is a 1. Next to that one is a 1. Next to that one is a 1. So we have 1, 2, 3 ones, and after the 3 ones, we need 2 more ones. So after this one, we have that. Oops, we have this, and then another 2, and then another 2. This feels wrong, this feels wrong, this feels wrong. Why does this feel wrong? Okay, so, da-da, 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 da-da. Nope, that's right. Okay, maybe I just miscounted a little tiny bit. So, pretty much, first wall, this wall, front wall, is laid out like this. So it's 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you have 5 ones, and 2, 2 again. And this gets really complicated sort of quickly. So next up, we need to go up a couple blocks. So from this first one, we need to go up 1, 1, 1, bring it across for the door, and then go up 1, 2, 3 for this, and then 1, 2, 3 for this, and then bring up the rest of the ones to sort of the same height. So just bring them all up to the same height. So do. This one over here goes up 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this one too. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the next side goes up taller than this side. I told you it's sort of a weird building, and it really follows through on the weirdness of it, and we only grabbed a stack of wood, so let's go back down just real quick so we can grab another 2 stacks of wood so we are safe for the building of it. So this one on this side, I believe, goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9. So 1, 2, okay, blah, 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 blah. Go up 9 for this side as well. So this side is taller than the other side, and the tallest point of the building goes up 13 blocks, but the tallest point of the building is more so in the back. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But as you can see, when we jump down here, we get a very good view of it. The middle part is lower, this part is slightly higher than the middle part, and then this part is slightly higher than the other part. But as you can see, it's a very big build. It sort of rivals the same-ish size, like it's one of the bigger is not a word, bigger is the correct usage of the word, bigger buildings on the island next to the lighthouse and the other town hall. It is sort of like the town hall size, but so that's that, and then we need to come in here, or come to the back, and then do a little bit of measurement to get up the back walls, which I forgot the amount of numbers in those, so I'll be right back. So I did a little tiny bit of fixing. None of the ones in the front have been changed. This one, the tallest ones, are 13. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is 9, and these two are 11. And that is our poles for the sides. Now, let's not do the top. Let's grab more half slabs, or let's not do the front. I want to start with the half slabs. The half slabs are arguably the more important part at the first step, so we need a little bit of a scaffolding block. Let's just use some dirt. So let's go up here. So the first blocks we want to place are right along the edge. Right in here are the first blocks we would like to place. So this, and that. And then for the rest of it, going back, every part we want to go back is going to go by 2s. So that first one is a 1, but this one will go by a 2. Then the next one will go by a 2, and so on and so forth. So every time we go backwards, we're going to include a second layer, another layer of half slabs, but in a variable or a multiple of 2. So as I fell, okay, but you can see it's 1, and then it is 2, 2, and then another 2. So just go like this back, and if we keep going back in these variables of 2, by the time we reach these back ones, we should be tall enough to where it just lines up nicely. It doesn't overflow, it doesn't hit the actual logs. So if we just keep going back, by the time we actually get to the back, we should actually hit them fairly decently. So let's just, do a little bit of experimenting here. So bam, bam, bam. Oh, that was a bit weird. And then up. Oh, maybe we do hit this one. Or I think I brought that one back up 1. So it's okay. So it's 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, I know that's a little bit confusing, but let me get this part done, and I'll bring you back for the next part. So I fixed up this part. As you can see, now it is 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. This back here doesn't go 1, 1. Just make it 2 and make it flush with these 2 backlogs. And now over here, we want to do the same thing we've done in the middle portion, but on a smaller scale slightly, because this next part right here goes a different direction. So these parts right here and on this side do the same thing in a just slightly smaller fashion. So it's pretty much just repeating at the start. It is just repeating the same thing you did in the middle 2 more times for the 2 other sides. Make sure not to go back too far, or else you might end up getting a little bit of a weird proportion. But I just recommend, using your scaffolding blocks, whatever they may be, and finding out your balances. For example, this one goes 1, 2, 2. This one also goes 1, 2, 2, because they use the same measurements to use the half slabs. Another little bit of error fixing. These roofs up here that are higher than the main roof go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. You can tell you're good when the pillars you have set down end in a half block and a full block. That's how you know you're doing a good job with your roofs. So the next part is to actually take your half slabs, make these a full block, go back once again, and then make yourselves an overhang. So just take your half slabs like this, once again, always like this, boom, 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 then come back down here and slowly work yourself off that. So 2, and then 2, and then 2 down like this, boom, and then your final one, I believe, goes like this, so there is an overhang, so then like that, and it goes like that, I do believe. Again, like, this roof is one of the more complicated roofs I've done, so I apologize for all the cutting and stuff I might end up doing. I'm just trying to get this roof perfect because it is a bit more complicated than the average roof I've done. Like, that roof wasn't that hard, the roofs over there definitely weren't hard. This is one of the harder roofs to remember that I've done, so I apologize for, like, any and all cutting that I do to go and check the measurements to make sure they're right. But this one, I do know, is wrong because it should meet up nicely. Hold on, let's go like this, go like that, go like you, break you. It should meet up like that with this roof, right? And then you want to take your half slabs, fill that in, and then fill these in. Oops, well, wrong placement of that, like those, and then those. And so these two dirt blocks actually are where you're going to add something in later. But you can see that the roof now has a curve going this way instead of forward, and both roofs use the same curve. So it's time for me to finish off this side of the roof and that side of the roof, and then be back with you to do the actual walls. Alright, now for the front wall, because I haven't planned the other walls. I'm so lazy, I swear. Okay, so these front parts, they get normal cobblestone stairs like this, and then 2 up they get the normal upside down stairs, and this one they will get a normal stair, if we can just place that correctly. Good job we did, good job us. So that's the front part. That is the front of this. Then we have ourselves the slabs that go like this over top of them, so sort of the same thing we're doing in the saloon town. And then behind these, oops, I didn't realize I couldn't jump there, we want normal cobblestone blocks. So just normal pieces of cobblestone, nothing fancy. We might end up changing these later. Heck, we might end up changing a lot later. But for right now, I'm going to go with cobblestone. Like, I might want to try and play around with more bone blocks since we have a whole lot in the chest right here. I might want to try around with some bone blocks. But for over here in these double wide ones, it starts off like this, so you have half slabs that are upside down on both sides. Then, to cover up the hole here, place down slabs in front of them like this, so they're sort of like ramps, right? Then, you go up another 2, and have yourselves 2 more upside down stairs that go like this, so each of these get upside down stairs, so upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down. Then you take your acacia and you make yourself a little bit of a wood beam going across the top upside down stairs, so they're like this. Then above them, this might get a little weird because I know it's a little weird for the understanding of, stairs. So 2 stairs like this, up and then up again, and then upside down. Oops, well, wrong placement for that one. Upside down. So up, 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 upside down, upside down. So that's that part. And then over here, this one actually has a little bit of a different pattern way over here. So if we just go up here, like so, this one gets an up and a down, and then an up, and then a down, and then an up, and then a down, and then an up. Oops, wrong placement. A up, and then a down. So then you have on this side 2 beams that go across like this, so beam, beam, and then no beam. And then on this side you have a small beam and a large beam going across, and that's the front. And we can add in the glass that I went and crafted off camera to the windows for right here. Oops, wrong spot. Is this the silk touch pick? Do I have that on me? Are any of these silk touch? No. Well, Okay, so fill in these with glass, like so. Oh yes, this one right here also gets an upside down one and a glass pane right there. So then like this, I keep wasting glass, no big deal. I have a whole lot of sand from the desert. So like this, that, and then you have the completed front. Now we could use some bone blocks. Bone blocks might look mighty fine. But for right now, I think the cobblestone slabs also work very well. Oh, right, and also right here, same thing, just bring it out a little bit with more slabs and you get that. So let's go up here because there is a spot up here that you can add windows just to add a little bit of a different piece. So as I said earlier, that you can put blocks in these, and that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put blocks in those specific spots because I think it looks nice. It adds a little bit above and it lets light through instead of just sort of being there. But I have already said that I actually didn't do the sidewall designs, like I didn't plan them out, I didn't think about them, so I'm going to take another minute, come over to the sidewalls, and the inside walls technically, and think about a little bit of a design since I didn't think about them, and I don't feel like winging it right now. I feel like if I wing it, I might mess it up, and that's just not something I want to do right now. So give me a second, and I will do some brainstorming. Actually, you know what? It's been a while since I winged it on camera. It has been a while since I winged a build. You know, it's been a little bit since I just said to myself, okay, let's hop into BerlinCraft and think about a build. Let's get a build going. And I didn't go into Creative World beforehand to think about how I wanted it done. So I think right now I want to wing it with you guys. I want to wing a build. I just want to get something nice. I want to get something good, and I want to wing a build because, again, I haven't winged one in a while, and you know what? Every once in a while, it's not that bad. You wing a build, you get a good result, or if you don't get a good result, you try again. You know, everything is about getting some more experience. So let's see, if we do that, I'm a fan of that, I'm a fan of this, but maybe if we bring it across like that, and maybe like this, we can have a little bit of a thing down like this. Like, oh, that was my axe. Come back, thank you. We can bring it down like this, maybe. Oh, maybe, yeah, like that, maybe. Sort of. That didn't work because my misplacement of things and stuff. Boop. Maybe like that. And if we bring a thing across like that, maybe we can have a little bit of a change. That's a bit much for when you first walk into the door. Plus, this entrance is a little bit small. Like, it's just a one wide door. We could fix this. We could remedy this door. Do we want to try and remedy the door? Let's try and remedy the door. It won't cost us a whole lot. So let's take these down, since they probably won't work if we just come right here and remove everything. So just take all of these down, and these two, along with the ones next to them. I don't like that one wide door. It doesn't suit it. Like, we don't have to worry about mobs. And I'm still in the state of mind for the saloon, like, oh, we need to mob-proof this. We need, you know, absolute protection from everything. We don't need that because we have the availability to do a lot of cool stuff over here that wouldn't be done otherwise because of mobs, right? So we have the freedom to just not think about mobs. So I like the bigger doorway already. I do like the bigger doorway already. Let's try and do a little bit of decorating. If we can just get some stairs underneath here, right? If we get some stairs underneath here, except don't mess up like that. Get some stairs underneath here. Get some up here, right? Go like that. Get rid of this. We have a bigger entrance. And that makes me feel a lot better about this. Walking in and seeing this, the first thing we walk in and see is this. That makes me feel a lot better. It makes it a bit easier. And let's keep that. Let's just make this pure glass. I don't want to try and funk that up. Like, I don't want to make it all funky. I don't want to come up here and go like, random design of stairs. Let's throw a whole bunch of stairs around and hope it comes out good. You know, I don't want to do that. So let's just throw a bunch of panes up here, and it is all full blocks. We don't have to worry about it being a little bit weird since the half blocks, or the half slabs. So let's do that. So you walk in and you get a nice glass window. You have these. Now maybe... Oh, hello, ghost block, where are you? You should be somewhere around here, maybe? Where are you? Oh, right here. There. Now that I've done this, now that I've done the inside, I'm not a fan of these. Like, I'm a fan of that dip. That dip was pretty nice. I'm just not a fan of continuing to use a really... I don't want to... Okay, let's try that sentence over again. I don't want to keep using cobble inside. I feel like if I keep using cobble inside, the build is going to get boring very fast, because if the color's just the same, it's going to look boring very quickly. So let's try some bone blocks inside instead. Let's try and spruce up the color inside with some bone blocks. Now, I know bone blocks don't exactly have the full range capabilities of the other things like the stairs and slabs, but that's alright as long as we can mix up the color a little bit. You know, keep the sort of dim color, keep the color, just don't keep muddying it up with the same grays. That's what I want to go against. Now, it would be nice if we could have a sideways banner. Now, I don't want a painting there. I don't want a painting. I want to add depth there. How can we add depth without going pretty silly about it? Like, I don't want to add a crazy amount of weird depth. No, that came out wrong. I want to add depth. I don't want to be weird about the depth. I don't want it to look weird when we walk in, and I don't want it to feel weird, and I don't want it to feel the same. Now, that's not bad. That's not bad. When you walk in, right, if we're walking in, you're focused to the glass, your eyes drag here, and then the next thing you look at is the difference in color. That's not bad. Like, that's just my impression. I don't know about you guys, but that is not bad. And I know for a fact right now this build's probably going to go to a second episode, so we're probably going to have to finish it in a two-parter, just like the saloon, or the prison. The prison, honestly, could have probably been finished in one if I supercutted it, but honestly, sometimes the supercuts aren't that fun. You know, I'm really building focused over here on the channel, and I want to make sure if I make a build that someone likes and wants to build themselves, that I'm not going to sort of ruin it for them, because I decided that I didn't want to show more on camera and then they can't build it. So I like that. Let's pull the same thing over here. Right, let's get, how far did that go down? That went to, okay, there. Let's get the same thing over on this side, so we're going to have the same sort of slope in and slope out, like that. Okay, I like that. So that's more depth there. I added these stairs there because I thought that would look good. Now, oh, I wish I was in a creative inventory. I was going to say, I wish I could see all the stair types so we can get a good idea. Now, I might end up using birch in the build. Now, maybe for the floor to break up the color. Plus, it would go well with the bone blocks, and that is very flat up there. I don't like how flat it is right there. And of course, over here, like these things up here, these parts up here that are shown, these can obviously get fixed. We just need to take, that's not going to line up properly. We can fix them. We can fix them. Don't worry. I will figure out a way to fix them. I have figured out other problems in the past, and now I am floating. Hello? Hello? Can I elytra my way out? Well, close enough. Okay, but I like what we're doing so far. Now I'm going to say, give me a quick second. I'm going to look around for a different material that we can use that is going to feel the same, and it's not going to muddy up the build too much. You know, it's not going to stand out. Like, I want to go grab birch, and I don't want to grab some prismarine blocks and then throw them, like, here and here and be like, wow, look at all that color. No, it doesn't work because it's not the same palette. You know, we're going for dim colors here, or, you know, another place that might have blue, but for right now, this building, dim colors. That's what we're going for. We're going for some dim colors, and I want to break it up, but I don't want to break it up with some bright, weird colors. So let me take another quick cut. I'm going to look around and maybe find some more materials that could go with the build. Okay, so I looked around for a quick minute, and the only blocks I got were polished diorite and some birch. Now, I know what you're thinking. Polished diorite looks like bird poop. I fully agree. I fully agree. And that's why I might end up actually fixing the texture. Now, I know Wells has his texture pack, and he has done some changes that I like. I really like in his texture pack. So I might try and do a little bit of changes to the normal textures myself. I might make this look a little bit smoother, less like bird poop, do what he did with the clays, sort of stuff like that. Make my own texture pack, but I have to wrap up this episode. I do not want it to go over 30 minutes. I generally try and keep the episodes under 30 minutes just because after 30 minutes I feel like it gets too long and no one really watches like a huge 30-minute episode, and if they do, it's probably going to be when I'm a bigger channel, to be honest. But for right now, I'm going to wrap up the episode. Tell me your thoughts on the build so far. Do you like it? Does it look like it belongs in a sort of fishing town as like... Okay, so this might help you visualize it a little bit better. This is the first building people will have to enter when they come to the town. We're going to make a docks that go out this way with some ships, and this is where the ships have to come in. So it's sort of like a port office for you to check in your boat and your equipment to be able to bring it into the port town for the city. So that might make your choices a little bit better, but do you like the building? Does it look good? Does it fit into the idea of a fishing sort of port town? But anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to leave your comments or questions down below for episode 50. I will be sort of constantly reminding everybody just in case they always want to ask questions or they don't know that they can ask questions. But I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's try that again. I just messed that up. So, thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave your comments and questions down below if you have any questions for the episode 50 Q&A, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.